Humans undertake method in order to influence and shape the matter and energy surrounding them, in order to be the author of their own experience. Humans make constant attempt to induce change in their surrounding environment so that reality might come to match the human's desire. In other words, humans magic. Magic is the impulse to cause change or difference in the current pattern so that a new pattern, and therefore a new appearance or experience, may arise within the world. I have often referred to cause and to desire throughout this Keys of Magic series, but I have left them mostly unexplained, other than that they are the initiating node in the magical formula. I'm now going to begin to open more detail regarding desire. You may currently conceptualize desire as a human emotion. I invite you to set that aside, because the idea that desire begins and ends as human emotion is not accurate in magical understanding. I want to begin by noting that whatever else desire is, it is an engagement with and within the environment in which we exist. Over the lessons in the series, I have been unveiling to you the keys of the magical environment that we inhabit, namely the 5 realms. The magician applies the magical formula within the environment of the 5 realms, from the not to the is, producing image, creating world. Thus, we may ponder, what does it mean to move from the not to the is in terms of true nature, the first realm? What does it mean to move from the not to the is in terms of frequency, the second realm? What does it mean to move from the not to the is in terms of element and in terms of appearance, third and fourth realms? We will, in this lesson, deal with these 4 layers and not speak at this time of the layer of the 5th realm, enchantment. Magically, desire is understood as the identification of and or setting of the not. Just as strongly, we simultaneously understand that there are no nots in the omniverse. Thus, to set a knot is deception, i.e., magic. Also notice that maybe you have been thinking that the appearance is the most wondrous part of magic, of the wielding of the formula. That is normally how we are non-magically conditioned. But appearance is abundant. It is the not that is more unlikely within the omniverse to the level of impossible. And so that's our magic, to make what is true nature be untrue and deceive for the tiniest of moments in order to initiate the rest of the formula. And for the magical omniverse beings that we are, this is how we have fun. So again, ponder the node of not. What does not mean in terms of true nature? What does not mean in terms of frequency? What does not mean in terms of element and in terms of appearance? What is desire within true nature? How does desire pluck the strings of frequency? How does desire influence the elements? What is desire that it causes appearance? So I'm going to explore this with you regarding desire over a few video lessons upcoming. What we learn will also serve to teach us more about the key of realm. Before I close this video, I want to read something from Rumi. And with Rumi, you have to sink into what he says over time. The pearl of what he says is rarely immediately apparent. I was delighted when I found this passage. Rumi talks about the craftsman, and I have taught you that the magician is the artisan. All right, Rumi, open quote. I've said before that every craftsman searches for what's not there to practice his craft. A builder looks for the rotten hole where the roof caved in. A water carrier picks the empty pot. A carpenter stops at the house with no door. Workers rush toward some hint of emptiness, which they then start to fill. Their hope, though, is for emptiness, so don't think you must avoid it. It contains what you need. Dear soul, if you were not friends with the vast nothing inside, why would you always be casting your net into it and waiting so patiently? Closed quote. And I'll see you in the next video. We'll learn how desire is seeded from true nature.